Cottage Road Cinema is one of the oldest in the UK and has been entertaining audiences since 1912, and we're here to have a look around and see what it's all about. So sit back and relax as we delve in to the life of an independent cinema. And here we are in the box office where people will come and get their tickets for an adult, for a kid and for a student. What we want to do is show how this cinema can compete with every other cinema. You've got your views, you've got your Cineworld, but why people should choose to come here instead of anywhere else. So here we are at the concession stand. This is where the ladies and gentlemen would come around and get their snacks, get their drinks, and get ready to enjoy the film that they're going to see. Here we have all of your local sweets and your ice creams, and of course the most traditional thing when you come here is popcorn. And I mean, tell me a place you can get popcorn for £1.50, because I tell you something, going to an other cinema, that definitely won't happen. Also, if you want a drink, you've got all your local refreshments and also a local beverage as well. But most of all, the best thing about this cinema is everything is affordable. It's not to exclude the every person that wants to come out and have a good time at the cinema. And that is what the Cottage Road Cinema does best. So here we are in the main theatre. This is the only screen that this cinema has, but what makes it so special is it can hold so many people. Over 400 people alone can fit in this one screen. So why would anyone come here when they can go to another cinema and watch any film that they want at near enough any time? Well, they don't get the experience that they get here. You can come as a family, you can come as friends, even just come up for a night out. What this cinema has is something special. Comfy, traditional seats, a piano down at the bottom, a big Dolby Digital screen and sound, and best of all, the memories, the history. Many people from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and of course today have sat in these very seats. Why wouldn't you want to come here? I speak to Gary, the manager here, who talks all about the life of an independent cinema. Why should someone, including like a student or me, go here instead of going to like a Cineworld or a View?
So we are independently owned,
Yeah.
which allows us to make decisions locally, so we can cater more to what our customers want rather than what the large corporation wants. And we're very competitive on price, so we don't like to exclude anyone from the whole cinema experience.
So, of course this cinema is one of the oldest around. How have you survived in quite a crowded market, especially in Leeds where there's quite a lot of cinemas? How do you keep on going?
I think a lot of people like the fact that we're still traditional, we have traditional values and appearance. You won't find many cinemas that have the screen curtains anymore. These days when you go into a multiplex, it's quite a bland, mercenary experience. And I think people enjoy the traditional aspects of going to the cinema as they did in their childhood.
And what would you say is your most favourite part of being a manager of an independent cinema?
I think the customers, as a manager, I'm not just sat in the office. I do absolutely everything. I'm the first person people see when they walk through the door. I'll be selling them tickets, I'll start the film, and I'll be there at the end to chat with the customers, find out how they enjoyed the experience, if they enjoyed the film. They tell us what they like about the cinema and what they'd like to see, and we're here to listen.
Cottage Road Cinema, full of history and tradition. This is why we wanted to look into the day of the life of an independent cinema. But what have we learned? Well, we've learned how tradition wins over the new modern cinema goer. This cinema still survives where it's very crowded on the market now. It's got its traditional concession stand, the traditional box office, and one screen that for many isn't enough. But you know what? The tradition will always keep on, and that's why Cottage Road Cinema is a fantastic cinema to go to.